Hey, good morning, world. How y'all doing out there today? I'm Marcus L. Lewis, and I hope and pray that all is well. And I'm coming to you as I've done over the last several weeks as we begin this journey of my life. Just sharing with you where we've come from and where we are now, sort of my rag to riches story. And certainly we have a story to tell. And I just want to encourage individuals, to inspire them and to motivate them, wherein if God did it for me, he'll do the same thing for you. But I want to also be perfectly honest with you. When you're trying to achieve certain dreams and goals in life, large dreams and goals in life, it's going to be an uphill struggle because you're going to face obstacles, situations and circumstances wherein you're going to feel as though you don't want to keep pushing. Because the dream is so large and it seems as though it's insurmountable. But I want to encourage you on today. Don't give up on that dream. Even though you may get set back 2 and 3 steps backwards in order to go 4 or 5 steps forward. Because when you continue out on this journey, oftentimes you don't know what's before you. Because when we have dreams, goals, and visions, oftentimes all we see is the starting point and the destination that we're trying to reach. The things in between, the zigzags, the ups, the downs, the changes, and the turnarounds, and even the setbacks, we don't see. Because I would venture to say, perhaps you can ask 10 out of 10 successful individuals, entrepreneurs, and ask them, did they gain their success by going and traveling on a narrow straight line from point A to point B, and they got there without any hiccups, without any hangups, without any setbacks? I guarantee you, all of them will suggest that no, it's not a straight path. It's not a straight angle. When you're trying to accomplish your goals, when you're trying to amass your dreams, guess what? The line is not going to be straight. There's going to be some zigs. There's going to be some zags. There's going to be some setbacks. There's going to be some turnarounds. And to be frankly honest with you, sometimes you're going to adopt the process. Because nobody told you that you were going to endure all the things that you will endure in between. But you can't give up. Keep that dream on the forefront of your mind. So regardless of what happens, you know what your end point is. You know what your final goal and destination shall be. So it was for me in 2009. So I shared with you on last week's segment that we bought my wife this brand new 2008 Lexus off the showroom floor, using the monies from the asset that we had purchased to make her car payment. But nobody, the average Joe, didn't have the foresight to really see that 2009, 2010, that it would all be coming down. As Kanye West has sang in one of his songs, when it all falls down. You don't really anticipate the setback. We didn't anticipate that the housing market was in this large, huge bubble, and then eventually the bubble would burst. So for me, that was my setback. That was the zig and the zag, along this journey where we were trying to reach. So when the crash happened in 2009 and 10, we had to get rid of some of our assets. So I ended up relinquishing my properties that I bought in Houston, Texas. And not only that, some of my properties in Louisiana, they were affected as well. Because understanding when the housing market crashed, a lot of income was lost. Individuals who had monies in 401ks and retirement plans, or who were looking to retire, couldn't retire. And for me, I had already retired from the Navy, but I was using the monies and the cash flow that was building up in my real estate investment company in the houses, to use that to be able to leverage any losses or any hits that may occur. But the fact of the matter is this: the equity that had built up in the houses that we had purchased were now no longer, because the value of the houses were reduced because of the housing bubble, because of the housing crisis. So wherein I would have been able to access the equity in the homes to keep things going, I wasn't able to do so because the value was reduced tremendously on the homes that we had purchased. So now I get rid of the two in Houston, Texas. Now that leaves us with 8 properties. Now with those 8 properties, I am encountering situations where tenants who are in the homes under the Section 8 program, now they can't even afford to pay their portion of the rent. So what happens then? Now you have to go through this eviction process to get individuals out of your house who wasn't paying the rent. Because after all, you couldn't allow them to stay in your property for free. But I want to share with you, that was a lesson that I learned in the midst of the housing crisis of 2009. And the lesson I learned was this: when you're in the real estate investment business, always, I say again, always keep some monies in reserve. Always keep monies in the reserves. And I mentioned to you, now we use money to purchase the automobile for my wife, but just not having enough money in the reserve and not anticipating this crisis that occurred sort of put us in a deficit, put us in a financial crisis. So if you're going to be investing in real estate, always keep your reserve. So if you have to cover mortgages that you have when you don't have tenants in the properties at that particular time, you will have those monies right there. The second lesson that I learned in the housing crash was this: whenever you have equity in your property or properties, I would highly recommend, I would highly encourage, while the market is great, pull the equity out of the homes. So if you pull the equity out of the homes, put them in your business account someplace, or maybe it's another place where the equity would be invested and still allow you to grow your money. Because, again, if there ever come a time when you need cash on hand, you'd have it. Because when the market crashed, guess what? Credit's gotten messed up. And so if you have an opportunity to refinance, you can't do it. And not only that, the credit froze. Lending institutions were not giving you money. So if you have the ability to cash out while the market is good, while it's on the upward slope, take your monies out at that particular time, put the monies in a place where your money can continue to grow, and not only that, that you would have quick access to your money. So those were 2 vital and important lessons that I learned. And also, just know, when you're dreaming and you have your goals before you, and you're trying to be as successful as you can along this journey, that successful journey oftentimes is not going to come in a straight line. Remember, prepare yourselves for some zigs. Prepare yourselves for some zags. Prepare yourselves for some U-turns and some turnarounds. But remember, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your goal. There will be some setbacks in your life. Yeah, the walls will come tumbling down. But keep that big dream before you, and you can do it. Yes, you can. So I hope that you're encouraged on today. Somebody's inspired by today. I want to encourage you to share the video. Yeah, follow the Facebook page, the Rags to Riches page, and share the video when someone else may be encouraged, someone else may be motivated. And I'm going to come back to you very soon with a follow-up video, and just to share with you what happened with us after the 2009-2010 market crash. Remember, dream big. If you're not going to dream big, then don't dream at all. God bless you.